No. It's all right. I'm eating the
So when this comes up here, we're live.
Oh, God.
You look gorgeous.
Oh.
Hello. It looks like we are live here. I'm so excited tonight because I've brought my friend Karen along. So I'm just going to tell everyone, say hello. Whoops, when you join us. Hey, Catherine, you're the first person to come through. Thank you very much for saying hello. Now, we are streaming live from my darling friend Karen's caravan. I've driven all the way to Hobart. I don't normally, I don't live here. I've just done a 4.5 hour drive because I am going to an expo this weekend, a wellness, a spiritual, a mind, body and spirit expo in Hobart at the Best Western. And I've driven all the way down here and I'm staying with my lovely friend Karen, who I've twisted her arm here tonight because I want to talk to her and share with you what we get up to when we use our beautiful essential oils. So it's not my normal backdrop tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. My name is Kay Hamilton and I'm known as the Courage Activator, and I have with me my lovely friend Karen Lockley. Now we're both feeling a little bit nervous, particularly Karen. This is Karen's first time that she's gone on a live stream, and I kind of twisted her arm, but I didn't have to twist too hard. But I'm really proud because she's taken herself out of her comfort zone to be here with me tonight.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm
Karen. So you've got it. Hey, yes, it is Karen. So I want you to be really kind to her tonight because she has done. She has actually stepped into her courage, and I wanted to bring her on because I wanted to talk about Karen's journey of stepping into her courage, and she's an example of one of the, hey Christine, nice. Well, you know Christine, so she's here. She'll be champing for you. So love courage activating. I'm a scared sook. Hey, well I used to be a scared sook, and Karen used to be a scared sook. Yeah. So we can all be scared sooks together. However, if we stay in that energy of being scared and being a sook, we're actually not doing a really good service for ourselves and others around. Now, I can see, Rhonda, you've asked for a card. I don't have any cards tonight. We're going to have a little bit of an interview here. I'm going to talk to Karen, ask a little bit about her journey, and she's going to ask me about my journey as well. So we're doing this together tonight, and we want to share our story with you because we want to encourage you to step into your courage. Now, we use beautiful Young Living essential oils, which you'll hear throughout tonight's interview with each other. You'll hear our journeys and what we do before we hop on when we're feeling like, we're a little bit nervous. And Karen's holding this up, so there's the camera up there. And you
see how good I am.
So Karen's got her L plates on, which is rather nice, and I've got my Valor here, and it's got a roll on. Now, if you are lacking courage, Valor is the oil that you just douse yourself with, and just take your time and breathe it in. And we are sitting in a caravan studio. Whoever has thought that they would do a live in a caravan studio? So this is rather exciting tonight. And thank you, Shell, giving shitloads of, loads of love to Karen. Now, I have put at the beginning of this my links where you can find me if you like what you hear tonight. Stick around because I will do some oil readings. I'm going to do some basic oil readings because I haven't got my full paraphernalia out here behind me. And so anyone who would, hey, there's Kerry. Hey, Kerry. So anyone who would like an essential oil pool tonight, if you tell me what you would like to activate your courage for, that's always helpful if we know what your intention is. So first of all, though, I want to talk to Karen. And I want to ask you, Karen, when I first met you, we were at an expo.
Yes.
Okay, and I can remember Karen coming up and she wanted to buy a little nasal, what do you call them? A nasal thing, a thing, an inhaler. That's what it
Yeah.
was. And you were going overseas, weren't you?
Going to Alaska.
Going to Alaska.
Actually.
And Karen came up and said to me, I want to buy one of those so that I can use it on the plane.
With some peppermint oil in it.
And you wanted some peppermint oil. And I was very pleased to think that she was going to use this inhaler, which is a little thing. I should have bought one along. A little thing that you drop. It's a little tube, and you drop your peppermint oil, if that's the oil you want to use, in the tube. And then when you travel, you can just, or whenever, if you want to clear the air pathways, you can just smell the oil.
Yep.
Now, my next question to Karen was, what oil are you going to use? And what did you say to me? Can you remember? Oh, you said peppermint oil, but my response was, where are you going to get your peppermint oil from?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The chemist.
So the chemist. Okay.
Yes.
And so but before you left my stall, you actually decided on getting a whole pack of oils and a diffuser. Now, what changed your mind?
I had my daughter with me at the time.
Yes.
And she has problems with asthma.
Yes.
And also we just love things that smell nice.
Yes.
And a couple of the oils that we were looking at and that we really liked, it was just better for us just to buy the whole kit and caboodle because it was going to nearly add up to the same amount anyway. So I just thought, oh, stuff it, I'll just buy the whole lot. And the diffuser went straight into my daughter's room and most of the oils as well. And yeah, I really didn't know much about them at the time. Didn't know what they did. I didn't know their background of the oils. We were just using them really because they smelt good. And then I started doing some learning about the oils, different properties and things of the oils, and I just could not believe what we were actually missing out on with the benefits and that of the oil. So I started getting into it a lot more, and then I contacted Kay, and basically that's it. I haven't turned back since. So,
So why did you like Young Living oils compared to what you had previously? What did you learn over the journey of the differences in the oils rather than what you'd been purchasing earlier?
Well, one thing with the girls and I, we're allergic to a lot of things, so we're very sensitive to a lot of stuff. And, shit. Oh, yes. And the oils aren't actually an oil, and they soak into your skin really nicely, and they never left any marks on our skin, whereas I found some of the ones that I bought from the chemist, if I'd put them on the neck or on my wrists, I'd always end up with a red irritant area.
That's interesting. So, and what did you discover? Why that was different? Why is Young Living? Why did you discuss? What did you discover about Young Living that was different?
Yeah. So on my so I looked into it a lot more because that was a real big thing for the girls and I. It was one of the reasons why we got the Young Living oils in the first place, and it was because they were pure. Like all the other oils have got additives, and that's what we were reacting to.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
just catching. I'm just catching up on my phone so I can see what's going on. Sorry, there's a lot of technical things that have to go on behind the scenes.
Double dose of Karen. That's what people don't want. So it turned out that it was because of the oils are 100% pure. So what you actually have on your skin is what you get. Unfortunately, there is one oil that I can't use, which is the tea tree oil. and that isn't from an additive. It's actually the tea tree that I can't use.
You react. So you just avoid that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, totally avoid it. So I use my encyclopedia a lot. I've got one just there, Kate.
Yeah,
oh, no.
We have have resource books
resource books.
It's like secret squirrel business.
I just use it because I need to know for myself what's actually got tea tree in it. So Young Living have got some blended oils, and I need to know which oil actually has tea tree in it, because I do react really badly to it.
You be a Karen. Shell, you're a lot of fun here, so don't you be a Karen. I love it. So thanks for your interaction. We love it when people interact. Give us some love hearts and tell us where you're from. Tell us if you're interested in essential oils. And I will pull some oils out, but I just want to talk to Karen a little bit more about her journey, because, you know, if I'd said to Karen a year ago, I believe even if I'd said, how long ago, if I'd said to Karen maybe even a couple of months ago, would you hop on and do a live like this, what would your response be?
Nope. No, I can't repeat what I'd say.
There you go. But the thing is that Karen has taken some steps to do the inner transformation. Karen, do you think that the oils have helped with the transformation for you?
Yes, most definitely. The oils and you, okay.
Oh,
through stuff that I've learnt from you, giving me courage, and little meditations that I do to make me feel better about myself, and that's what it's all about. Utilising the oils, of course. If I feel down, I put stress away or something on like that. I love the citrus fresh oil when I'm feeling a bit low. Citrus is an uplifter. We all end up with our favourite oils.
Yes.
So,
do you have a favourite oil?
Well, it's Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood.
Oh, very nice. So, what we discovered with Karen is that she likes the valuable oils.
Must be with the name, Karen.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? So, it's been quite a journey. Now, the interesting thing for you, Karen, was you were using the oils for about a year, I believe, before you reached out and said to me that they inspired you in a way. And how did what have they inspired you to do, and what have you changed?
So, I started using on my journey through education and learning about the oils, using them quite a bit, all the time actually. I got rid of a lot of the chemicals out of our home because of the sensitive skin that we all have. So changed a lot of our cleaning products, things like that. It was a slow process. Like Kay said, it was a year. So, don't expect things to happen overnight either. And then my friends started saying to me, like, oh, gee, you smell nice. And one of my friends even said, oh, your car smells nice. I had Citrus Fresh on in the car. And then she said, oh, wow. And so I had a conversation with her about the oil, and she bought a kit off me, and it was like, oh, man. And she's also a health worker. And she just loved the oils, especially for her emotional support. And then everyone just started. I just realised a lot of people were actually interested in oils, and I said, oh, well, actually I use these oils. Never really spoken to anyone about them openly, and that's how it started. And then I thought, well, I could actually make a business with this. So I rang Kay and said, how can I actually grow me as a person, get into something totally out of my comfort zone. Something for me, because in the past it's always been about my family and my husband and the business, and so
absolutely.
It was a big thing.
Yeah, I remember early in the piece you said to me, I just want to do something for me, it's time that your children had grown up and you decided that it was time to invest in you. And I think a lot of women or a lot of parents get to that stage where they've, given so much to their children, and you come to a stage in your life where you realise that you've got to find an interest or something to do and something of value. And that was what I remember you saying to me. And you've already got a business anyway, haven't you? You and your husband run Karen runs a very successful still business in Kingston. In Hobart. So there's a plug for your business. But the other thing, and you're very good at that, and you had a bit of a sense, you like helping people, I've noticed. You love learning. You've actually even done some studies on aromatherapy. So it's become quite a passion. And so it's such a delightful thing to have you here tonight. I've just done a 4.5-hour drive to get down here. Arrived about half an hour ago, and we've set up in Karen's caravan, and it was so great because she stores her oils in here. So I haven't got a diffuser going, but because it's a caravan and it's a small area, I walked in here and went, wow, this smells just delightful. So who uses oils? And now we've got a question here from Shell. Do you have agar wood, or can you get your mittens on that? Well, I don't have agar wood. I've never heard of agar wood, but I know with Young Living we have over 200 oils. We have lots of singles and many blends, don't we, Karen? Yeah.
100
oh, you know the numbers?
158 or something, I think there is.
Singles
and blends.
Okay, I thought it was over 200. But anyway, we won't quibble about numbers. We have lots of oils, and we just love oils. And hey, Angela, thanks for joining us. So if you are interested in me pulling an oil out for you, I've got a few. Look, I've got pouches here. And because we're on the run, I'm in travel mode tonight, so I don't have my normal stand behind me, and we are just doing this on the run tonight. So it's really nice that you're here connecting with us. So if anyone would like an oil tonight, tell me what you would like to activate your courage to do. And while you're doing that, I'll tell you a little bit about me, because Karen talked earlier on about coming to meditation with the meditation I do. So on a Tuesday night, I host a live TV show called Activate Your Courage on my Facebook page called Activate Your Courage with Kay Hamilton. And every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, Sydney, Melbourne, Tasmania time, we hop on to a live, and we have a feature oil every week. And I walk you through a meditation, and I also offer essential oil readings. So that's what happens on a Tuesday night. We also get together, don't we, Karen, in a group on a Wednesday night, and we talk oils. And then after the live, quite a group of us get on to a Zoom call where we get a little bit more closer up and personal and dive deeper into our oil journey. And we learn about ways we can use these beautiful oils. And then on a Thursday night, I'm here with you beautiful people on the Spiritual Events Directory. So, hey, Therese. So Therese is from New Zealand, and you're one of the lovely people who follow me avidly, or regularly, should I say. So I'll pull out an oil for you. So tonight what I want to do is I'm going to talk about the oils in a kit called the Feelings Kit. And I'm going to use these oils tonight, mostly for my readings. So Therese, I would be looking at harmony for you. It's time for you to bring some harmony into your life. It's time for you to look at all the aspects of your life that are not working for you, things that may be triggering you, your boundaries, making decisions about what you can do in your space to create harmony. And this is a very delicious blend. Do you like you're diving for the Valor, are you? Ready for a top-up, she is. So we just love using these oils for all sorts of reasons. So I'm going to open my Harmony. Yum, and I'm going to smell that one. So if I was using Harmony, I would put a drop And this is what we do with our oils. We put a drop, we activate them 3 times, and then we make this beautiful mini diffuser. 3 breaths in, and I like to move it all around my aura, and so that my energetic field becomes higher and more complete. Now, harmony is going to support all the chakras in your body. It's going to bring some harmony into your body so that you will be feeling less frazzled, you'll be feeling more energetic, you'll be more open to receive good things coming your way. This is in a kit called the Feelings Kit. So, hey, Justine, I did see your hello before. Nice to see you again tonight. So, Justine, I'm going to just grab this one, and it's called Release. So, Release is an oil that we rub it on our liver, which is just under the right hand side of you, just under your chest here. And Release is the one that we use when we have pent up emotions, when we feel stuck, and often when we're stuck, we can't move. We can't move beyond whatever it is that brings this feeling of being stuck. Release is a very, very powerful one to rub on your liver to release those feelings of anger and open the door so that you can replace those feelings of frustration or anger or whatever it is, so that then you can replace that energy with something a lot more positive. Now, oils are a beautiful way to support our emotional wellness and our inner transformation, because when we smell them, they go up through the limbic system of our brain, and then they help to release all those negative feelings and open up a whole new pathway. The Feelings Kit, is it a starter kit? No, it's not a starter kit, trees. We generally recommend you start with the premium bundle, which has 12 beautiful oils in it, and it comes with a diffuser. And the diffuser in the kit is almost free because it's a really good value of a bundle to start with. So, very good question. The Feelings Kit has, I think it's got 5 oils in it. Release, Forgiveness, Present Time, Release, and Bella comes in that. So some beautiful oils and harmony. So that makes 6 oils. Okay, 6 oils in the emotional wellness or in the Feelings Kit. So beautiful oils, and these are the oils that I'm going to be mostly pulling out tonight for your readings, because I haven't got my whole set here. So if you're joining, yes, give us a hello and cheer Karen on. This is Karen's very first Facebook Live in such a public arena, and I remember my very first Facebook Live, which was just about a year ago now, and how nerve-wracking it is, and I had to step into my courage to do this. Now, Karen, do you think stepping into your courage through the journey of using your oils, what other differences has it made in your life? Like, has it affected the relationship you have with your family or the way you communicate? Or you could also tell us what's happened for your teenage daughters.
Oh, God.
That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, that's a big one. So I've got a 15 and an 18-year-old, which is sometimes nightmare material.
Can you relate to the nightmare material? I can. I had 4 daughters. I wish I had these oils when my children were growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so lucky.
Yes.
And the 15-year-old one at the moment is just she just swims in peace and calming, and it's just totally changed her personality. It's just so nice.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's wonderful.
And the 18-year-old, she works on it, or has been working on a farm. So she's been getting really sore, and one of the oils that she's been using, which she's gone through 3 roller bottles of, is the Deep Relief.
Oh, wonderful. And I love where's my Deep Relief? I've got a Deep Relief here somewhere. I've got a Peace and Calming in a roll on. I've got a deep relief in a roll-on, and here it is. Now, if I was spent a day in the garden, or I was doing something that I'd strained myself and was feeling a little bit like I'm a bit tender and I needed some relief, I would pull out my deep relief roller, and this is a beautiful thing. So Gary Young from our beautiful Young Living, he invented these little roller balls, and which just slip into the top of the bottles. This one comes already pre-made with a little roller ball in it, and it is absolutely fabulous for those times where you need some deep relief, literally need some physical deep relief. So beautiful, beautiful option. Now I'm just going to go back to Justine. You would love an oil. Let me just feel into this one, Justine. Let me just feel into this. Okay, I'm feeling like I haven't got the labels here where I can see them, but forgiveness. I think maybe it's a time for you to go easy on yourself, not give yourself a hard time, and just relax into who you are and start expanding your ability to not kick yourself around too much. So forgiveness is a beautiful oil that you can place on your heart. So you open the bottle, you place it on your heart, and you can bring the energy of letting go and not giving yourself a hard time, or releasing if you're feeling like you've been hard done by. Forgiveness is the oil, and when you place it on your heart, it just helps you to just smooth through those emotional traumas and upset. So that one is for you. Who was that for? Justine. Christine, oh, son just arrived. Be back soon, I hope. Hey, I bet you're going to get your son an oil there, Christine. So I've got some of my Young Living buddies on here. Now, the reason that we love using Young Living oils is because we've discovered that not all oils are created equally. So Young Living, we have farms all around the world, and in fact we have the biggest lavender farm in all the world, which is pretty exciting to be able to say, and it's in the area of Provence in France. Now I've been to that lavender farm and I've heard the back end story of it. So during the time that Gary was learning about oils, and he decided that he wanted to start growing and distilling his own oils. So he took some seeds in his shoes over to the USA from France and started planting them in the USA. And eventually, France had to pull out a lot of their lavender plants, and the farmers were crying out because they couldn't make an income, because their source of income was disappearing because the plants had a virus in them, and they had to pull all the plants out. So they contacted Gary Young and they said, would you like to bring the seeds back to France so that we can start planting them over here? So now we've created the biggest lavender farm in all the world over there, and it's like a co-op. So all the farmers in the area started planting lavender. They were very happy to realise that they could revitalise their farms, and they started using organic practices, which is what we do with Young Living. We and Gary actually used oils to help cleanse the soil and renew the paddocks and things like that. I'm assuming that's what they did in France, because with Young Living we don't grow things on farms if there's been chemicals or chemical residue there. We are all organic and we only source sustainable oils. So it makes our company a very standalone company. We've got oil farms, or we've got farms all around the world, many that are owned by Young Living itself. We have partner farms, and if we have to outsource oils, they have to follow our seed to seal requirements. So that means they've got to be grown from seed, they've got to be organic, there can be no heavy metals in the soil. All our oils are tested for heavy metals, and we have very, very strict standards that our oils the plants have to be grown with. So that's what makes Young Living a standalone company. And we have very, very rigid testing to make sure that our oils are of the highest quality possible. So who else would like an oil? Because I'm just rabbiting on here while we're waiting for some more people. Kerry Addison. Hey, Kerry. So I know you love to get some oil, so I'm going to pull out something from one of my pouches for you, and I'm just going to randomly do this because I can't see the names of them. And this is a beautiful oil, and it's cedarwood for you, Kerry. Cedarwood's the oil you can put on yourself before you go to bed to help that mind calm down. It's a very, very powerful oil, a great one to put around your big toe because that's where your brain is, in the reflex points of your toe. And it's going to help bring you down. It's going to help to put you in a really soothing and calm space so that you can have a really restful sleep and wake up in the morning feeling really rejuvenated. Now, I'm just going to post my link here in case people are looking to see if anyone always on this show, it's given me the whole link. Anyway, I'll just post that. Anyone on this show who would like a full mini reading or a mini reading for free, if you go to that LinkedIn tree, you'll find me on Facebook. You'll find my Facebook page where we do our Activate Your Courage sessions on a Tuesday night. You'll find a link to our Oil Wisdom group, and you'll also find a link where you can find me, you can private message me, and we can organise a time where we can have a free mini reading so that you can get a little bit of a taste about how I operate. Now, the other thing that I do is I offer one-on-one, this is an hour session where I draw a signature piece of art for you. I give you some essential oil recommendations, and I also give you some affirmations, and you can leave that session feeling very empowered with some suggestions for you to take forward so that you can step into your courage and become activated to live with the best version of who you are possible. So if that sounds interesting to you, send me a private message and we can chat. So, Karen, you wanted to interview me tonight when we talked about what we were going to do. She said, well, if you interview me, I'll interview you. So I'm going to handball it over to you so that you can really step into your courage and take ownership of your wonderful ability that you've got to communicate.
Right. So, Kay, how long have you been doing that oils for?
I bought my first kit in 2010, so
wow,
10, 11 years.
Yep.
Yes.
And did you use any other oils before those?
Yes, I have bought oils previously from New Age shops or health food shops or from the supermarket. I used to, but our standard oils didn't really go beyond eucalyptus oil and wintergreen.
Oh, okay.
In those days, I didn't use them that much at all. And thyme oil, that was another one of my favourites as well.
So, talking about thyme oil, do you use your oils in cooking very much?
Yes, I do. I've discovered that with Young Living, we have a list of oils that have been passed by the Australian Food and Safety Standards so that we can use them in our cooking to enhance the flavour in our food and in our drinks, which is something that I had never considered before. And I often have a drink of water here to show you all how I put some drops of lemon or orange or peppermint in my water, and I stir it around to break the molecules of the oil in and spread them through the drink, and it makes for a really hearty drink, very uplifting and tangy.
Awesome.
Or I might put it in a dip. So basil or something like that, or thyme oil. Might use it in a dip. Coriander oil. What else have we got? We've got rosemary, basil, lemon, oregano. All these beautiful oils that we can put in our cooking.
Yes. And you have children. Do any of your children use the oils?
Yes, all of my children use the oils. And the other exciting thing is that my grandchildren love using the oils. So little Quinn, who's 1.5, he was at my place yesterday, and he just loves the idea. He had a little scratch on him actually, and he just called out, oils, oils, Nanny. So I got out. We actually have a collection of oils that are specifically created for children, and he just loved the idea that I just got an oil out and I put it on his little scratch. So I think it's really good because I feel like it's very important to pass this knowledge on. This is an ancient wisdom. It's not something new. Essential oils have been around for a long, long, long time, and it's just great to think that we can pass this on to our family, friends, and we can even we are both on the journey of creating a business with them. So, which is exciting because it's in the field of helping people. Yeah. Isn't it? Yes.
So, on your travels around the world, have you got many people who you keep in contact with overseas as well as in Australia?
Absolutely. So, I meet people when I'm travelling. I meet people at the farms, the farm managers. We meet, particularly for me, Nicholas Landell, who is our farm manager in France. He actually came to Tasmania and did a talk here in Tasmania, and we had a couple of hundred people here who learnt a lot about our lavender farm. I went on a trip to France and got to see the lavender farm firsthand. The other thing is that I've had quite a few trips with Young Living around the world and looking at our farms. But the thing is that I've also travelled with a lot of other Young Living people too. So we become a community. So it's not just like a shop front where you just go and buy something and off you go. We become a community, and it's a very supportive community. And so I've got people all around the world who can purchase the oils. So it's quite exciting.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Hopefully I'll get there one day.
Yes,
with people overseas.
Yes, you will. Yeah, you'll definitely get to. Yeah, I'm hoping that you'll win a trip one day, Karen, and I'm sure you will. So that's the exciting thing about Young Living. You can, if you grow a business through Young Living, you can have overseas trips. And I had no idea in 2010 when I bought a pack of oils the opportunities that it was going to give me.
So how many trips have you been on, Kay?
I've won 8 trips around the world with Young Living, which is very exciting. But I've also had a couple of trips to the USA that I didn't necessarily win, but I've fallen in love with going to our conventions in Utah. And it's such a vibrant community. And that's what I also think has attracted me, because I think I was at a point in my life where I knew I wanted something that was meaningful and felt purposeful. And the oils really gave me some inner transformation and opened up lots of doors and opportunities. So we're chatting here. Who would like an oil pulled out for you? I've done a couple of people. So if you are interested in me pulling out an oil, let me know. If you need some courage for something or something you'd like to transform, let me know in the comments, and I will happily pull out an oil and give you a little bit of insight into which oil might be suitable for you.
So just say a shout out to Paul Harvey. You got a guy on here.
Excellent. We love it when the men come and say hello. So tell us where you're all tuning in from. Do you use oils? Have you heard of Young Living? Let's know whether you think this is exciting and interesting. Let me know if you would like an oil pulled out for you, and we will see what we can do to give you a little bit of a reading, because I know people on the spiritual events directory love to get cards and things, but I do normally have cards, but tonight I've just bought my oils because I do essential oil readings. And if you're interested in a mini reading, I can send me a PM. My name is Kay Hamilton. Send me a PM and I will get together with you. We'll organise a time to have a chat, and I offer just a free 20-minute to half an hour reading, depending on how excited you get about talking oils, which is my jam. So yes. So Karen's writing down. So let me know. Just say yes. I'd like a one bottle tonight. If you would like to connect with me, look at my LinkedIn tree. Linked. No, is it? What is it? My link tree link, and send me a private message, and we can do a mini reading offline or out of the public arena if you are interested in that. So, any more questions, or what else can I talk to you about, Karen?
Well,
yeah, go on.
No,
You go. You're. I'll hand it over to you.
So, other than using the oils for the nice smells and healing wounds and things like that, what else have you personally found that oils have helped you within your journey?
They help me to raise my vibrations, and that's really what I'm all about, or what we're all about when, if we want to do that inner transformational work and in healing our souls or our spirits. Essential oils are one of the most powerful ways of doing it, because the sense of smell is one of the most powerful the most powerful way to do transformation. So for me, they've taken the edge off my emotions. I'm not so much a roller coaster in my feelings. It has given me a sense of having more control over who I am and how I face certain things. I've also discovered that I've learnt a lot more about fragrances. Anything that has a fragrance in it um, is potentially, when you see the word fragrance, I urge you all to go and have a look in your cupboards, because I actually, well, the first thing I did was stopped using all the other oils I had, because I noticed my nose now tells me that most oils that I have smelt anywhere else apart from Young Living are not actually a pure oil. So I'm looking for something pure, because I know they're in harmony with our body. So I eventually threw out the other oils, because I realised I'm actually not going to pick them up anymore. But the other thing is, through Young Living, because we have so many other products, that I'm using their shampoos, their conditioners, my whole house. Yeah, I'm using the deodorant, the face cream, our makeup. I'm using so many things from Young Living now that I don't have to go anywhere else. I can just shop online and have it delivered to the door. So is that and for cooking, and our sunscreen. So we have a reef safe sunscreen. So I've just discovered that I can change everything in my cupboard at home, and I've actually created a toxic free lifestyle through Young Living and through these beautiful oils and all our wonderful products. Nicola Joanne, so I'd love to pull an oil out for you. So let me feel. Okay, and here this was one of my very favourites when I first started with the oils. Got to get I'm going backhanded here. This one's called Joy. So Joy is self-explanatory. It's for those times where we've got the blues. If we want to shake ourselves out of the doom and gloom, this is a beautiful one. So the other thing with the oils is that it gives you an opportunity to ditch the chemicals that you have in your home, the chemicals that you have in a perfume. Now, most perfumes, or I don't know, all perfumes are really chemicals. They're all a fragrance. They have synthetic additives, and then in that case, it means they can be potential hormone disruptors, and our hormones can go out of whack. So Nicola, I think it's Nicola or Nicola, joy. It's time for you to experience some joy. You need to. I'm getting this feeling of, that you kind of want to flick off some energy that's not resonating with you, and it's time for you to just start feeling a little bit of joy for you. So I hope that one speaks to you. The fun, the laughter, creating a nice atmosphere for you, and acknowledging the inner value of who you really are, and let yourself bloom and blossom beyond whatever it is that's holding you back.
It'd be lovely to know if there was anyone on tonight that uses oils as well and how they use them.
Yes, if anyone's got something to share with us tonight, or if anyone else would like an oil pulled, we can do that. So what else will I talk to you about? The oils. I haven't gone through all the oils in the emotional, in the feelings kit. So we have forgiveness, and there's a protocol. You run the forgiveness on your heart. You run the valor. You can put that one on your wrists, and that's the one that's going to help you just to feel calm and feel strong. Inner child, this one is stunning. It's a little bit like joy. It's the one that you use to let the little kid in you have some fun. So if you feel like you're stuck in life and you've got too serious, if you've got some healing to do on the inner child because you've been through some trauma and had some bad experiences, inner child is a great oil for that. And then there's present time. Now this one is absolutely stunning. I've got to go back to front here. So present time helps us to live in the present time and not be in the past, not feeling that you're stuck in the past, you're stuck in those woes, stuck in those old memories. So present time, it smells absolutely stunning. It's a really good one so that we live in the moment. So all of these oils are going to help you to uplift your energy and to feel a lot more vibrant and to take life in its stride. Do you use Inner Child? Have you got some of these?
I have got
yes.
Inner Child actually.
And where do you use that, or when might you use that one?
I actually got that one. Oh, that would have been a couple of months ago. I actually got it for a reason, and I honestly can't remember what it was now. It was an oil recommended to me by someone else. Oh yeah, so I was feeling really uptight, and I just couldn't smile at anything. Like someone would crack a joke, and I'd just go, oh, yeah, whatever. I couldn't find the funny side of life in a way, I guess. And someone recommended that I used Inner Child to bring out that fun part in me again, the inner child that's in everyone who can see the fun in everything and, play with the bouncy balls and jump on the trampoline. And, I just found that I don't have time for that. I didn't have time for that. But, it was something that I needed to find within myself was the fun time, because you've got to have fun times in your life as well as the serious times. And
that's exactly right.
It's overtaking my life.
Yes. So Therese, you've asked, does this come, the feelings kit? No, it doesn't come with the diffuser, and that's why we recommend that you get the premium bundle, because you get the diffuser. It's a great price. And you get 12 oils. You get our
Valor is one of the oils.
That's right. So that's exactly. You get 12 oils, and you get the thieves spray, which we use for a myriad of reasons. So I don't go anywhere without my thieves spray. So if I've gone somewhere and I've got to touch toilet handles or something like that, I really like to
sitting down at tables.
Yes, if you go somewhere and you think, oh my God, this is not clean enough or something. So we just on the go, we take our thieves to make sure that everything's nice and clean around us. And we love the Thieves hand purifier, which
sanitizer.
It's a sanitizer. Now. Yes, we're allowed to call it a sanitizer.
Been allowed.
And so we give this a good workout. In fact, I've not got much left in this one. So we take that everywhere with us. And obviously, during these last few months, when everyone is on the ball about using hand sanitizers, we're sorted with Young Living because we can source our own. It's all natural. There's no chemicals in it. It does have alcohol, but it's denatured. I think it's denatured from peppermint oil. So
Peppermint
it's
oil.
not like most alcohols that you
No,
would
it is the
access.
peppermint oil that
Yes.
does it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's full of aloe vera. So, a, a beautiful oil. Look, we've got another male here. Bruce James, welcome. So, we have a few more minutes left before we have to say goodbye until next week again. Is there anyone else who would like an oil pulled out? Or if you would like to be tonight's winner of the free mini reading, let me know. So, I'm happy to book a time with you where you and I get together, and that's for those people who've never had one from me before, and we can get together, and I will give you an essential oil reading so that you can get a sense of how it works and get some inspiration and motivation for your inner transformation, and activate something in you that's never been activated, or something in you that's been activated before, but for some reason you've put a lid on your beautiful energy. And these essential oils are going to give you a whole layer of nourishment, a whole layer of a new beginning. Do you think, and Karen, you've actually got quite a few people connected yourself with oils. Have you noticed a difference in anyone's of your friends? Have you noticed any changes,
I've noticed.
or what they feel? What sort of feedback do you get from people?
Yeah, so the lady that I was talking about before, who works in healthcare, she always has the peace and calming or the stress away on in the diffuser in her rooms when she has talks with people, and she loves it. She says that the atmosphere in the rooms are just so different to what they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really good. Um, and I also had a person, and this isn't with another human, it's actually with animal.
Ah,
So
yes.
I actually had a friend who their dog was actually going to be put on an antidepressant.
A
And
dog on an antidepressant. That's very
yeah,
interesting. Never.
yes.
Wow.
So they use peace and calming on their dog now.
Ah,
So,
very
and
good.
there's no antidepressants needed. So
Oh,
it was over it was hyperactive, this dog. Um,
so
and it was depressed,
yes,
but its way of coping with the depression was to chase its own tail.
yes,
Um,
dogs do that, don't
yeah,
they? Yes.
and it would just go run around and around and around in circles, biting its own tail, causing its injury. Had to have 2 amputations on its tail. Um,
Oh, gosh.
yeah, it was just
Wow.
awful. So the peace and calming, I got out my book and peace and calming behind their ears. So that peace and calming, some oils are you can try out on animals, but also the smell as well. So it calms them down.
And that's interesting because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I can't use. I don't know whether I can get oils because there's all these stories about dogs, um, you know, dying from oils and from people
Mm.
diffusing oils.
Uh,
Where
you
so
have to be
why do you
very
think we can
careful.
use Young Living oils? What's the difference?
Well, it's because they're pure.
Yes.
But Young Living actually have an oil range which is called the Pet Sense. Is it Pet
Uh, Pet care,
Pet Care? Yeah,
animal sense.
Animal Sense. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And yeah, so you can actually use those on animals. They've actually been um, passed to actually use on animals. So
Yes.
I know a
So,
lot of people with horses and that use them as well.
and you've got to
Equestrian.
exactly. So we
Mm.
actually have a raindrop kit of oils where, and Gary Young devised this massage technique where you drop oils down the spine,
Mm.
and I know quite a few people who use that technique with their horses, and they alter it obviously because it's not a human body, but horses actually love oils, and I've seen, I know a lot of people, and I've heard from a lot of people who use oils for all sorts of animals in various ways.
Yeah.
Now, animals I know are very sensitive because they have a lot of hair molecules, and where the hair molecules, where the hairs come out of the molecules, wait a minute, where they have a lot of hair, so they're very sensitive. And so you could just need a few drops on yourself, and you can just rub it down their back. You can have the diffuser on and leave the door open, so if the animals are finding it's too much for them, you'll soon know whether your animal's enjoying the oil or not in the room. So yes, you do have to be wary, and it is a little bit of experimenting, but there are lots of oils that you can use for animals in many, many ways.
They're amazing. They're amazing. So we've spoken about, adults, children, and animals now.
Yes, that's right. So it's something for everyone. And I love how Young Living's created a blend or a range for animals and a range for children, so that then we make sure that it is a safe way that you can use the oils for your children, because these oils, because they're pure, they're very, very strong, so you don't need a lot. And with children, we always like to use some carrier oil with the children. A good place to start with these oils is to put them on your feet, and let them come up through your body that way. So we've got a couple more minutes, 3 more minutes, so if anyone else would like an oil pulled out for you tonight. My name's Kay Hamilton, and this is my lovely buddy Karen Lockley, and I'm so thrilled because I have been, I've been divinely inspired to be a courage activator, and Karen's one of the people who I've managed to convince that she can step into this space to be online. So I really appreciate you being here. I'm actually thrilled to bits because I know a year ago you wouldn't have done this. 6 months ago you wouldn't have done this. A couple of months ago, probably even last week, I don't know whether you would have done this. But because I'm staying with Karen tonight, I said, come on and talk about the fact that it's ignited your courage, and it's also given you a passion, an interest, and even a bit of an income stream to join Young Living as a community. And we have
met
lots
some
of fun.
Beautiful people. Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's one of the best parts as well.
That's the best.
Yes. So we have a great supportive community. So if you're interested in joining our community, find the links in my post earlier on. My LinkedIn, my Linktree links will lead you to where I am. So usually what happens after these is I get all these friend requests and people who are reaching out because they want to join our oil community, or people come across and join me on a Tuesday night where we do a meditation, we talk about oils, and I pull out bottles for people, give you a free mini reading, a free mini one-on-one. If you are interested in, on live, I do a 1 bottle reading. And then if you reach out and friend request me, then we can get together and I will give you a little bit of a mini reading. I work with colour, I work with energy, I work with affirmations, intentions, and I work with essential oils, and I also channel some artwork for people who are interested in a full Activate Your Courage session. So you can find me on Facebook, Activate Your Courage with Kay Hamilton. And Karen has a page. What's your group called, Karen?
I'm known as the Smelly Oil Lady.
Yes. So I call her Mrs. Stinky.
Yeah, Mrs. Stinky.
And she loves it.
Yeah. So my business is called Essentially Beautiful, which is bringing the natural living back into people's lives with the pure products.
Yes. And more people are looking for answers and solutions, aren't they?
Getting quite busy actually.
Yes.
So I have a wellness weekend coming up, and we filled that within about 4 hours.
That's amazing.
So
you're going to go along with the oils and do some things?
Yeah. So
Yep.
we're doing oils, we're doing yoga, um, doing some drumming, walking along the beach. Yeah, just because
Sounds.
we find that with the everyday life, like you,
Mm-hmm,
with your activate your courage, women need that time sometimes
mm-hmm.
just to have a bit of a chill, listen to other people's stories and actually know, hey, I'm not alone in some of these journeys that I'm going on. And there are people out there, such as yourself, who are there to actually support people in that journey. So, yeah, that's what that's all about.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, Karen, congratulations. I'm going to give you a round of applause. And
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to seeing more of Karen online in her own group or wherever this journey takes
Maybe.
you. You never know where it's going to take you in the future.
Mm.
So I want to encourage each and every one of you to step into the beautiful faceted diamond that you are. And if you feel that this really resonates with you and you're feeling a little bit wary or scared, don't hesitate to reach out to me and get connected with our beautiful Young Living community, and let's see what we can do to help you raise your vibrations so you can move on from whatever it is that's preventing you from living the best version of yourself possible. So I'm going to say goodbye, and my goodbye is usually I wish you blessings for your wellness, for your purpose, and for your abundance. Is there anything you'd like to say, Karen, before we go?
Give it a go, basically, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am today. Wouldn't know all the lovely people in the oil family that I've got, and I wouldn't have met Kay either. So yeah, reach out to her if you. Oh, thanks, Kerry. Made me want to cry. Well
That's
done, Kerry.
beautiful. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Kerry's one
So
of our favourite supporters. Got some good support people here.
yeah. So yeah. She's done it for me. Look where I am on live. So yeah, reach out to Kay and get her to help you. She can help you with whatever you need. She's
Excellent.
awesome.
And if you've got a business and you want to get online and you're too scared to, come and have a chat with me and we'll see what we can do, because I'm the courage activator. So thank you very much, Karen,
Thank you, Kay.
and thank you everyone for being online.
Thanks,
So
everyone.
lots of blessings, and I will see you next week, or I'll see you in our Oil Wisdom group, or I'll answer those private messages.
Yep.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye.